Let me put one number on the table this morning because we had a earnings report on yesterday. 1 million. That's the number that I want you guys to listen in on. 1 million. That number is big, right? 1 million is big. You think about $1 million. You think about, 1 million people. That's a major city. Well, what about 1 million humanoid robots per year? That is what Tesla just committed to build in their Fremont, California factory. This is the same factory that has been building the Model S and the Model X for 13 years. Guess what they are doing? They are killing off all of those cars to make room for humanoid robots. Production starts this summer of 2026, in the heat of the summer. Commercial sales to the public start next year. And Elon Musk said this on the earnings call last night. He said, quote, Optimus will be our biggest product. Not just Tesla's biggest product ever, but probably the biggest product of any company in history, end quote. That's what he said. That's what Elon Musk said on yesterday's earnings call about the humanoid robots, guys. I want to play a video for you guys real quick and let you see what people are talking about on this earnings call, about the earnings call on yesterday. Let's go to Bloomberg.
To Tesla, it just crossed the Bloomberg terminal. First quarter adjusted EPS, folks, 41 cents a share, 7 cents better than what the street was expecting. That's adjusted EPS. First quarter gross margin coming in stronger than forecast, certainly a sign of profitability, 21.1% versus an estimate of 17.7%. First quarter revenue coming in slightly higher than what the street was forecasting, Tim, 22.39 billion. The street estimate was for 22.19 billion. Right now, we're looking at shares of Tesla up about 1.75% in the aftermarket.
Okay, so some other headlines crossing the Bloomberg terminal. You mentioned free cash flow, but worth repeating because it is a redhead, Carol. First quarter free cash flow, 1.44 billion. The estimate was for a negative 1.86 billion. The Tesla communications around earnings are a slide deck, so it's kind of tough to go through. But Tesla says that the Cybercab, the Tesla Semi, the mega cap production starting in 2026, so that's this year. Tesla also saying the first gen production lines for Optimus, that's the humanoid robot, are being installed. Tesla also saying that Cybercab and the Tesla Semi are on schedule for 2026. The company says seeing its rebounds in demand for EMEA and North America. And we should note that the company also says that tailwinds are persisting for the U.S. autos business, and it received approval for full self-driving in the Netherlands in April.
Look, Tesla beat Wall Street last night. 22.4 billion in revenue, up 16%. But here's the bigger story. Elon is not building a product anymore. He is building the entire AI stack. Earlier this week, SpaceX dropped a $60 billion deal for a coding company called Cursor. Many of you guys know it because many of you guys are using it. So now Elon owns space. He owns satellites. He owns social media. He owns AI, and he owns coding tools in a factory that is about to make humanoid robots all under one roof. Ain't that something? Crazy, huh? Meanwhile, on the other side of the economy, you got Horizon, Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. They started cutting 242 workers on Monday. Okay? Because the CEO said, and I quote, our current cost structure is simply not sustainable in this environment. That is two economies moving in the opposite direction at the same time. The builder economy, this is what we're going to be talking about going forward for the rest of this month. The builder economy just got a factory. The coordinator economy just broke again. And in the next 45 to 55 minutes, I am going to walk you through what this means for your career before Monday. And I'm going to show you 4 builders, 3 case studies, 1 surveillance story, and 1 certification deadline that closes in 7 days. Guys, this is the Daily Climb. Okay? I'm Antoine Wade. We're going to be talking about the builder economy. Just got a factory. Let's break it down with the builder economy and really are going to give you guys a full picture on what Tesla announced on last night. Okay? So Tesla reported Q1 on yesterday, 22.4 billion in revenue, up 16% year over year. Earnings per share, 41 cents, up 52%. But here's the number that most people missed. Full self-driving subscriptions, 1,280,000 paid subscribers. People want full self-driving on their cars. That subscription has blown through the roof. That is up 51% year over year. So every one of those people is paying Tesla $99 every single month for full self-driving. I want you guys to do the math on that, because that is over $127 million in monthly recurring revenue from software from the cars. That software money is the cash that funds the Optimus production. Let me show you the factory, okay? I want to show you the factory. The Fremont factory in California. Many of you guys know that that's where Tesla was headquartered, and that's where they started making their first cars, in Fremont, California, right outside of San Jose. That factory in Fremont has been building the Model S and the Model X since 2012. Tesla just announced that they are stopping production on both of those cars and converting the factory to build Optimus robots. The target, 1 million robots per year out of Fremont. And they are building a second factory at the Gigafactory here in Austin, Texas, targeting 10 million robots per year. Think about that, guys. We had, who was in the house the other night when we had our Patreon call? Said she needs a robot to help with her household duties, right? I think that was Renee, right? I think that was Renee. Well, you're getting ready to get yourself a nice little robot that can help you with your household duties, because they're coming, and they're coming fast. Now, here's the part that changes the math forever. Each Optimus robot is targeted between $20,000 and $30,000 when it goes on sale next year. Think about that, guys. That's the cost of a car. That's the cost of a car. That's what you're going to be spending for an Optimus robot when it goes on sale next year. The average warehouse worker in America makes about $35,000 a year. That means within the first year, the robot has paid for itself on labor costs alone. Guess what? Those robots don't need benefits. Those robots don't take sick days. Those robots don't need breaks outside of having to charge a battery. That's 24/7 operations. Goldman Sachs projects the humanoid robot will be $38 billion by 2035. And Tesla alone just said they are going to build 1 million robots a year starting right now. Ain't that something? Boy, oh boy, I see why they said his pay package is going to reach close to $1 trillion or something along those lines, right? Elon Musk, the first trillionaire. Well, he has everything under one roof now. Let me give you the analyst take on this one. Tesla is no longer a car company. They delivered fewer cars this quarter than Wall Street expected, okay? By about 7,000 vehicles. So they're not delivering as many vehicles as they once were, but they still beat earnings by 52%. Now, how is that possible? They are a car company. They are a software company. No, they are a software company. That's true. And the reason is because software and autonomy are now carrying the profit, not the cars. And capital expenditures for 2026 will exceed $25 billion. With all this new technology, all these new robots, all these new factories, they got to spend a whole bunch of CapEx. Where do they have to get it from? They're getting it from their subscription revenue. The money is going to AI. The money is going to robotics. The money is going to chip manufacturing, not car factories anymore. And the market is signaling one thing: the builder economy wins. The companies building physical AI products are getting rewarded, while companies stuck in old business models are getting punished. Hopefully you guys understand that. You're starting to look at the market a little bit different. Now, for you, what does this signal mean? This signal means three things. Number one, okay, warehouse workers. Many of us have people in our family that grew up and all they know is about going to the warehouse. You know what? I'm going to go to this coal plant. I'm going to go to this automotive plant. I'm going to go to the factory down the street that does dental supplies. I'm going to go to the Walmart factory. I'm going to go to the Amazon factory. That's all they know. Most popular people in high school graduate Go to the factories, right? Warehouse workers, material handlers, logistics operators. Those are the first jobs that the humanoid robots will touch. Number 2, ride share drivers. In Austin, in Dallas, in San Antonio, and in Houston, the pricing pressure starts now because robo-taxi miles nearly doubled last quarter. And it just expanded to 2 more cities. Number 3, robotics maintenance techs, AI trainers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. Those roles are about to explode. Now, you're probably going to and you're probably going to say, Anton, what do you mean by, these robotic maintenance techs, AI trainers, mechanical engineers? Why are they about to explode? We're going to get into that pretty soon. Okay. We're going to get into that pretty soon. But I want you guys to type Optimus in the chat if you read or you listened to Tesla's last night's announcements, or if you're just feeling exactly what I'm saying right now and you are understanding it. Type Optimus in the chat, okay? Type it in the chat. Now, real quick, before I move on to this next story, everything that I just showed you about Optimus, about the 2 economies, about where the capital is flowing, that is business intelligence, and it is translated into career strategy. And I built you a free playbook that turns all of this into your next move. The 2026 Career Protection Playbook is absolutely free. It's $0. And inside the playbook, you get your AI risk zone. You get the 5 skills that actually matter right now, a 30-day quick start action plan, a weekend action plan with 5 specific moves. Plus, you get the Daily Climb newsletter sent to you Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. Central. Everything that we cover on this show delivered straight into your inbox as a full recap. So you don't have to worry about missing the show. You can read up on it. Takes you about 4 to 5 minutes to read, maybe even less than that if you're a quick reader. Here's the thing, guys. The professionals who survive 2026 are not waiting for permission. They are building career insurance right now. And that's the builder's economy. And if you want access to the playbook, check out nextgenheights.com. Link is in the description. Cam will drop it in the chat. There's no excuse not to grab it. Okay? Type playbook in the chat and Cam will even drop the link in the chat. Now, here's the thing. I just showed you the builder economy. And the builder economy is winning. Let me show you the other side, because 3 companies reported or announced cuts on yesterday that tell the rest of the story, okay? Stay with me on this next segment. We're on segment 2. And here's the picture right now. On one side, you got Tesla building humanoid robots. You got IBM growing their data business 19%. They released earnings on yesterday and actually did really good. You also got defensive contractors that we talked about on yesterday with $200 billion backlogs. You guys remember that story on yesterday? Raytheon, well, previously Raytheon, known now as RTX, right? And then on the other side, you got health insurance collapsing. You got EV startups burning so much cash that they may be going out of business. And you got legacy SaaS companies cutting middle management. That's the same economy that we're in right now. 2 completely different outcomes. Let me walk you through 3 stories right here. Okay. 3 stories that happened on yesterday that prove what I'm talking about. These are the data points that you guys need to understand.